truly, I think my approach to this stuff changed kind of around when COVID happened, which happened to time out to when I was like getting into my mid 30s, like, you know, things were starting to ache, things were starting to be like, you know, struggles that I didn't used to have to worry about. And I think, but like I truly said, it was sort of more of a like, well, if I'm going to be alive, I might as well make it like a little better than it was going to be. Like, it's really more of a harm mitigation approach than a life extension approach.
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
yeah,
like
of course. Yeah, I mean, I think that even in doing harm, like in mitigating, you're extending because it's like, and stress. We've talked to a bunch of cardiologists who have told us like stress is such a big problem. I don't think you have that problem.
I do and I don't. I stress about things that don't matter, but I don't stress about things that most people stress about.
No, this seems like a throw pillow idea.
I hate staying at your place, man. You got all those posters everywhere.
My phrases.
It's just like wine o'clock is not a real time.
I mean,
this plane is taking off at wine o'clock. Make sure we're boarding at 45
and
minutes.
And that's not the best place to be having wine.
I'm not flying the plane.
And I know you're not rushing to get there.
I'm definitely not. But I stress about things like if I can't find something in my apartment, like if it got moved and I don't know where it is,
it starts ramping up. I know that experience.
Like, do you have a little OCD?
Yeah, like I have anxiety. I have like an anxiety, generalized anxiety with OCD flavorings, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting for someone again who presents to me as like the calmest cookie on the planet.
Duck on the pond, man.
Wow.
But it's the big things that other people stress about. I'm always like, who cares? Like, what does it matter? You know. But then little things that don't matter, I like.
You do have control over where your AirPods are supposed to be. They were right here on my desk this morning. Now they're not.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you don't find them and you have to go to work without them one day, all right, whatever. You'll find them when you get home, or you know, fresh eyes. Someone else will find them. Like
the amount of times when I've lost something that I have to go like, okay, sit down for a sec. You're literally spiraling. Like I'm like ripping drawers open. I'm like, sit down and breathe and just think about where this
Which is what you seem to do for everything else but like the things of order that you can control.
I think maybe yes. Yeah. It's like the little things I spiral out over and the big things I'm like, none of my business. Like I can't.
Again, that's not that unhealthy to me. That seems like actually like, you know, as much as you think you're like obsessing over the small things, to me it sounds like you're just kind of like anybody grasping at straws on things to control while you're plummeting towards your death, you know.
And I think the COVID thing, that was a real moment of that where it was like, I can't control this at all.
You can control like your environment.
I can control that I go for a walk. I can control that I like, you know, try and sleep more and like, et cetera. But I can't control this disease that is ravaging the planet.
Are you sleeping well?
Yeah, I'm sleeping pretty well. That, you know, what helped me with that is I got a little dog who, if I don't sleep on a regular routine, she gets confused and will piss everywhere. So now I have to kind of like stay on my...
You got a dog.
Your dog walks you, like more or less. It's like, all right, time to go to bed.
It really is. It's like when we first got her, it was like...
You're very treat oriented.
I'm 100% food motivated. Seriously, basically.
Preacher choir.
It's actually for real.
I food motivate myself. I go, hey, if you finish this, you can have an egg sandwich.
But if I say stay right here and I don't come back for a while, you can move. You don't have to wait by the door.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Well, you say that now, I my pants in the movie theater.
My dog really has helped me like get a handle on my sleep schedule. Because when we first got her, I would like go to bed at 2 some nights and like 10 some nights and all these things. And then she would like piss in a random corner because she wasn't getting her routine. And so now it's like, okay, I have to take her out between this time, and then I know I'm gonna have to be up to take her out, so I don't want to be tired when I get her up. So that's like kind of, she is in charge.
That's good. I believe the phrase they use now is called sleep hygiene, and that sounds like some good sleep
Do
hygiene.
you drink?
I don't.
So that's
Another
that's
thing.
gotta help too.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
yeah.
the are you fat? You're a vegetarian who doesn't drink. What do you do? What kind of cheese?
Pizza.
I was gonna say, what kind of cheese routine are we
They
on?
just opened a new pizzeria in Brooklyn, and I think I found out why.
First of all, I had a pretty good head start when I got into these things. We're not operating from
Not
from
raised
a place
veggie.
no, this was. I actually
What
did
were you raised on?
pizza.
Where?
In New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah,
Where in
you
New
gotta get
Jersey?
some pizza.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
Good pizza. But during COVID, I went vegan for like 8 months.
COVID?
Yeah.
COVID-inspired veganism?
COVID-inspired veganism, and also just because I wasn't going anywhere. So it was like the social aspect of veganism was much easier when I was 100% in control of what I was eating. There was no like, oh, we're going out for dinner. Like,
You're
can
like,
you
"Oh,
even eat anything?
Yeah, I hope
like,
they don't have cheese. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was like an 8-month situation that did make me feel a lot better, unfortunately.
Dude, is there a worse feeling than you're like, holy I took 3 months off drinking and got 8 hours of sleep a night and got my steps in every day. They were right.
It was,
and then you're like, the second that falls off, you're like, I know it works, and I can't even bring myself to do the thing that works.
that is, and then really was cheese. It was like I can't stay away from this. So to circle back to your question of how are you fat?
I ask all the female guests that, so I gotta ask the men. too.
And what's your exact age? But you eat, what do you eat? Like,
Biologically?
you eat like buffalo mozzarella like an apple? Like, what's going on in your house?
My morning burrata trough.
No, you know, it's not that. Just of the vices, that is the one.
Cheese.
I'm not like a sweets guy. I'm
Right.
not a, you know, it really is savory, sweet, or I mean savory.
Like
and
a cheese-
cheese and
like a cheese plate? Would you crush a
pizza.
cheese
Oh yeah,
plate?
I would crush a cheese plate.
Oh my god!
What about the?
I've
what
ordered
about-
a cheese plate to a room, like to a hotel room alone.
I've done that.
Fucking like,
I've done that many times.
Yeah.
When I do that, that's me having a healthy meal.
that's a salad.
It's
a cheese salad.
because that's not the pizza and the fries.
Right.